Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be going over the retirement problem example. This one was from really early in the semester, but I thought we'd just start with it and I might go over a more complicated retirement problem later on, but we're just going to start with this one. First, let's start with taking down the details. So, first, we want to retire in 30 years. So, retire in 30 years, and that's 30 years to date. And then in 50 years, um, so we'll have gift here, we'll say, and we want to give that in 50 years. And in 50 years, we want to have a gift given to our kid of $500,000. And we're just going to make that negative because we're going to pay that out. And in 25 years, we're going to receive an inheritance. Oh, that's inheritance in 25 years. So we'll put years here and then amount. And then we're going to receive an inheritance of $200,000 in 25 years. And then next, we want every year after we retire, we want $50,000. So we need to take out 50,000 for 30 years, and this is going to be after we retire. So 30 years, and then so we're going to retire in year 30. So in 30 years, we want $50,000 for 30 years. Length. So this is going to be living expenses. So $50,000 in 30 years. And then we will begin saving 1 year from today. So this is just significant, telling us that we are going to be using ordinary annuities to do all of this. So now just some additional info. We have a return or rate of 9%, and we are wondering how much we will need to save for the next 30 years to meet our retirement goals. So we'll put that here. Savings per year. So savings per year. So we can create this general formula, but I think we'll do that later. And what we kind of want to do is we want to start moving everything to this year 30. That's the year I'm going to choose because I think it is the easiest one. And so what we're just going to do is we're going to do amount in year 30. So we're just going to get the value of, and I spelled this wrong, but we're going to get the value of each of these things in year 30. So for the gift, we're going to need to first we're going to need to find the present value of a gift, of this gift that he's going to give in year 30. So to start that off, we're going to, because this will happen in 50 years and we're accounting for it in 30 years, we need to present value it back 20 years. So we're going to do equals present value. We're going to take the rate, which is 9%. Then we're going to take the number of periods. And so the number of periods in this case, we'll write it out, but it's going to be 50 minus 30. And we can just use references because it's going to be in year 30. And then we're going to have a payment, and the payment is 0, but the future value is 500,000. So the amount we need in year 30 in our savings account in order to make this gift is going to be $89,215 and some change. All right, so that's that. And then next we have our inheritance. And so for our inheritance, we're going to need the future value. And the reason we're doing the future value is we need to bring it to the future 5 years in order for that to work. So the rate, once again, is 9%. The number of periods this time is going to be 30 minus 25, once again. So that'll be 5 periods. There will once again be no payment because we're not making reoccurring payments, but the present value is $200,000. And so the amount we're going to have is going to be negative $307,000. So what that means is essentially this inheritance is going to offset our required savings in year 30 by that amount. So quite a lot, but that's why this one's negative, because it's kind of offsetting the required amount in year 30, while this one's positive because we need to have that amount in year 30. So that's why some are positive and some are negative. And so then for our living expenses, now we're going to find the present value. So this is going to be the amount we need today in order to pay out $50,000 for the foreseeable future. And this, our key aspect is we're going to pay this out and we're going to end off with $0. So that's very important to take into account. So once again, it's going to be present value. First step is to add the rate, then the number of periods, which in this case is 30. That's the length of how long we expect to live, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of not very happy, but that's what it is. And then we're going to make payments of $50,000 every year. And then we're going to set our future value to 0. And it's important that we do this because we need to have $0 left over when we are all done. So we do that, and we get that there's a present value of $513,000. And so with all these, we're just going to sum them up. And this is the amount we need in our, I guess, investment account in year 30. So this is the amount. But remember, we need to figure out how much we need to save every year in order to get this amount in year 30. And you might just think, oh, well, we divide this by 30 and we would get about $10,000, but that's not it, because remember, we need to use the compounding on the investment. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do equals payment, or the payment we need to make, and we're going to get our rate once again, which is still 9%. We're going to have the number of periods, which in this case is just the 30 from before. The present value will be 0, and the future value will be this $200,000. And we're going to hit enter, and we need to pay in about $2,165.50 every year, and that's at the end of every year in order for that to work. Now, let's say you had a question where this thing said you will begin paying today. All you would do this is you would put in a 1 at the end here, so comma 1, and that would do the beginning of the period and make things a little longer. You might also want to extend it one additional year, but it's not important for us because in ours it doesn't do that. But just in case you get that question, just remember it's super easy to do. Just add a type here at the end, and type 1 is the end of, or type 0 are end of period ones, and type 1 is beginning of period problems. So do that and you should get the right answer. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll be making a more complicated one of these sometime soon. So thanks for watching.